Hey ladies, happy Tuesday. I just wanted to hop on here because we just got out of our Single and Satisfied study. And so I kind of wanted to talk about, in my book, Single and Satisfied, we just went over Road to Restoration in chapter 6. And I kind of wanted to talk about just healing, allowing yourself to heal. Woo, child. Okay, first and foremost, I talk about a little bit in that chapter how I kept rebounding. And we all heard it, girl, the best way to get over one man is to get a new man. Not the case. So you definitely want to heal. So rebounding is not the best thing. And so I feel like we do that because we're trying to mask the pain of the baggage of that last relationship. But it feels good for a moment when you jump into another one. But in the end, you're going to feel worse off. It's like you're putting a Band-Aid over a bullet hole. It's like a temporary fix that like you feel like, oh, I feel better. I got this new relationship, this new man. Yes, I'm healed. I'm whole. Girl, no, you're not. You're just covering it up. And then that same dysfunction comes out in this new relationship and you're looking like, why this relationship didn't work out, or why I'm not happy, or what's going on? And it's like, because it's the same you. You're bringing that same dysfunction, the same issues that you didn't sit down and deal with into that new relationship. And then we keep doing that. We keep doing that relationship after failed relationship. And we wonder, what's wrong with us? You need to sit down, heal, girl. And I'm not saying this from not having that experience. That was me, like another guy. That didn't work out. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. And it's like, no, sit down somewhere. And I had to get to that point, like, okay, I'm tired of being heartbroken. I'm tired of these broken relationships. I'm tired of all this mess. And I'm like looking at the guys like, why I keep picking these kind of guys? And it's like, yeah, something in you that's attracting this or accepting this. You think that this is cool, so you're staying with these people, or you're in this type of relationship. And some of y'all in some toxic, dysfunctional relationships, but you keep staying in it because you're afraid to be alone, because you're afraid to feel rejected because of your past relationship. Sis, you gotta heal, because if you do not, I promise you, it's probably going to keep you in a relationship that you shouldn't be in. It's going to keep you vulnerable. It's going to keep you not having a spirit of discernment where you can understand, or you can discern like, something ain't right with this relationship. You don't see the warning signs that God's trying to show you because you're so hurt. You're trying to mask that pain, and you want to feel like, I don't want to be alone. And sometimes, like, look, that fear of rejection can get you. Sometimes it's like, well, I don't want to be by myself, so at least I'm with this man. That man rejected me, or he cheated, or he lied, or whatever reason that didn't work out. So now you're trying to overcompensate in this relationship that's just not working, in this relationship that's possibly toxic, in this dysfunctional relationship. And again, it takes two to tango. You might still be dysfunctional, and that person, you're attracting that dysfunction. So you have to sit down and say, okay, God, this don't feel good. This is kind of painful, but I'm gonna sit my butt down. I'm going to give this part of my life to you in faith. I got some issues, and everybody do, but I got some issues. I just got out of this relationship, or I'm hurt, or maybe you feel like he did you wrong, but there's a part in you too that was wrong, right? Or there's something that attracted that dysfunction. So you have to just lay it down and say, God, I need healing. I need wholeness. It's tough to sit still because I want to jump into another relationship. I want to rebound again. But the truth is, you need to sit down and heal. And it is so tempting to rebound because, again, we want to mask the pain. But it's only going to be worse because two halves don't make a whole. And even if that person is whole, they're going to recognize really fast the dysfunction that you bring. And you don't want that. Could it be sometimes that you meet the man of your dreams, but you sabotage it? Because you're broken. You sabotage it because you have a fear of being rejected. You sabotage it because you have a fear that he's going to be a cheater like your ex. You sabotage it because you feel like, I'm so unlovable. Could his love really be real? But sis, God wants you whole. And again, wholeness is an ongoing process, right? It's an ongoing thing. Growing, learning, healing, absolutely. But some things, you just got to sit down and deal with. It's uncomfortable. It does not feel good, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. And I had to go through that period where I was like, sit down, Charbria. Stop rebounding. This is not healthy. Not only did I hurt myself, I started hurting the guys too. Because one situation, he was really serious and wanted more than I could really give. And it was kind of like stringing him along because he was a rebound. And that's not cool either. Just to use somebody to get over somebody else. Now you are breaking someone else's heart. And now you're doing to them what you don't want somebody to do to you. And that's something that we have to care about other people's hearts. And so when you rebound, not only are you hurting yourself, you're also hurting that other person. Again, bringing that dysfunction into a relationship, or again, using them just as a rebound when they might really like you and you ain't really feeling them like that. So there's so many reasons why we need to just sit it on down sometimes and heal. Again, it's not always gonna feel good, but it is healthy. And we need our wholeness. We need to heal. So you need to heal, sis. And so it's so important. Like I say, healing and wholeness is an ongoing process. But when we rebound and we rebound and we rebound, look, that negative baggage that we have, because baggage just means experiences. We can have positive baggage, negative baggage, right? Or experiences. But that negativity that just came from your last relationship, or that hurt, or that mistrust, or that feeling of rejection, or that anger, sis, you taking that into this new relationship because you haven't dealt with it. So I just want to encourage you. Let's stop rebounding and rebounding and rebounding and rebounding and rebounding. Let's just sit down. Let's deal with ourselves. Let's give it to God. Let's heal. Let's spend some time with ourselves, reflecting what went wrong in the relationship. What can I learn from it? What part, maybe he was wrong, but what part was I wrong in? Or did I allow him to do that I should have recognized beforehand? Or was I so lonely that I just let him do? See, it's those things that we need to sit back and reflect. And when you jumping into that next one, you ain't reflecting. You jumping right on into something else that's probably going to be dysfunctional too, because you got that same baggage. It's the same you. So again, sis, I love you. I ain't coming for you. I'm just being real. I've been there, done that, and I had to learn to sit it on down. So I hope I just said something that just kind of like helped you or redirected you if you are a rebounder, because it might feel good in the moment, but believe me, you're going to pay in the end, or that person's going to pay in the end. So that's about it, y'all. I hope y'all are having a good night.